Does leaving law mean not earning enough money? That's a question I get a lot because the fear of not earning enough money blocks a lot of unhappy lawyers from exploring more fulfilling careers. If you're a lawyer working in big law, you're used to getting paid really well, so it's scary to consider walking away from that. And if you're a lawyer who's not paid so well, just working in the law bubble might make you feel like you couldn't possibly earn enough doing something else. So the fear that leaving law means not earning enough money is what I'm going to address today. Hello, I'm Marc Luber. I'm the founder of JD Careers Out There and the JD Refugee class. I'm a lawyer who's worked in alternative careers, first in the music business, and then I've been helping lawyers with their careers since 2003 when I first became a legal recruiter. Now, the very first thing I want to say to any unhappy lawyer who's holding back from exploring alternative careers is that it's very rare you'll find anyone who's left law and regrets it, even if they're making less money. I'm putting that in writing here because I really want that point to sink in. Now, I know hearing that doesn't solve your financial fears, but it should give you some comfort in case you do choose to make a change. To address your financial situation, let's break this down into steps so that it's a less intimidating topic. When someone tells me that they're afraid to leave law because they fear they won't get paid enough, I ask if they've determined what career path they're interested in. Because if you haven't yet determined what career path you want to explore, and you're already worrying about what you'd get paid in that path, then you're really putting the cart before the horse. You're just creating unnecessary roadblocks for yourself. There's a wide variety of directions where you could take your legal skill set and background. Are you going to go into investment banking, be an entrepreneur, work at a nonprofit, become a journalist? Every career path pays very differently, and different roles within each career path pay differently. So first determine what career path you really want to explore. Then, through solid career path research, determine what the pay would be like if you were to make a move. Would there really be a pay cut? How significant would it be? The next thing you'd want to know is what might the pay be like in 3, 5, and 10 years? Think long term. After you make the transition and get your feet wet in the new career path, you become more valuable. Because now, in addition to your skill set and all your prior experience in life, which is good for something, you also have experience in the new path. So you move up the ranks and get paid more. So understand that a step back in pay could be a temporary step back. Once you've determined the reality of the money you could expect from your next career path if you leave law, you'll then know if it's actually a significant step back and if it's a long-term step back. If it's a significant step back, then you want to determine whether your life can accommodate those changes. That step has 3 parts. First, look at what financial obligations you can't get out of, like your student loan debts. Exactly what do you need to pay each month, each year? Then look at the aspects of your financial situation that could be scaled back. Your overall spending habits, your house, your car. Then comes the hardest part, determining your priorities. Deep down inside, what's most important to you? Could you scale back your lifestyle in exchange for a more fulfilling career? Would you? That's really what it comes down to. How unhappy are you right now? How miserable will you be in a few years if you continue down this same road? How badly do you want to do work that's more fulfilling? How badly do you want to do the specific career path that you've explored and determined would require a big step back? People fall into different categories here. One of my best friends and I are perfect examples of this. We each fall into different camps. He'll tell you that your work is something you suffer through and make as much money from as possible so that you can enjoy your free time as much as possible. Now, if you're someone who thinks this way and you're at peace with it like he is, then sticking with the status quo might be fine for you. Maybe having the beach house and the trendy car is more important to you than feeling fulfilled in your workplace. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people feel that way. Now, it doesn't have to be a beach house or a car. It could just be that your apartment is on the nicest street in town and you could potentially scale back. I take the opposite view of my friend, and that's that when your work is aligned with who you are and you're more mission-driven about it, then you can enjoy your days and your nights and weekends. Obviously, you still need to pay the bills, but it's something to think about. There's statistics that back up the camp that I fall into. The University of Michigan Law School published a multi-decade survey of their alumni in 2013. It showed that 71% of lawyers in government and public interest law were positive about their careers, compared to 59% in law firms. And the Gallup organization has conducted research that shows that people who do work that fits them are 3 times as likely to report having an excellent quality of life. Not too long ago, I got an email from a former subscriber to my JDCOT career video library. He wound up leaving law for a real estate analyst job in his state government's real estate department. To quote his email, "The pay isn't great, but the benefits are fantastic. I'm happier now, and that's more important than money." This is a very common sentiment. Here's something you could do if you're concerned that you'll earn less money in your next path. As a legal recruiter, I represented Kathy Kim and helped her move from big law firm A to big law firm B. We became friends through that experience. Years later, she left law and told me that because she always wanted to have the freedom to make a career change, she decided to always live on her first year's salary. So each year she got a raise above that first year's salary, she socked it all away. That required making lifestyle decisions like what car to buy, what mortgage to get, that were all based on her first year's salary. And this all made it easier for her to be able to make a change and take a step back. Now, even if you're well beyond your first year, you could try making personal adjustments like Kathy did. Remember, you might not even need to take a step back. Maybe you go into investment banking or real estate development and a project really hits it big. Maybe you go into sales and kick butt and earn massive levels of commissions and bonuses. Or you go work at a startup and it gets acquired, leading to a huge payday. And again, maybe you just have to take a temporary step back. Think long term about the pay and where your happiness levels might be if you do or don't make a change. Now, if you're not in big law, all of this same information applies to you. In fact, if you have to take a step back, it's likely to be less dramatic because you're not getting the massive payday right now. In fact, some of you email me things like, "I'm getting paid $60,000 and it's not worth what the job is taking out of me." Well, given your skill set and background, if you too look at the big picture, you should be able to earn at least that much in a new career. So regardless of whether you're in big law, don't put the cart before the horse. Don't let the fear of not earning enough money block you from exploring leaving law. There's so many directions where you could take your skill set and background. Figuring out what direction fits you should come before mentally tackling the money situation. If you're feeling stuck, don't lose hope. This is what I help with. Let me tell you how I can help you. I invite you to watch a recording of my free training on how to transition from law to fulfilling alternative careers. The training helps you see the lay of the land for leaving law and provides you with actionable tips. It'll also tell you about the JD Refugee class, where we take things to the next level and I help you step by step through the whole process, starting with figuring out what fits you. You'll find a link to get that free training right now if you click the eye in the circle in the top right of the screen. I'll also put a link to the training below this video. If you sign up for the JD Refugee class, you get access to all the full-length versions of the different video interviews I've been telling you about. Same goes for if you join the JD Careers Out There membership. I want to thank you for watching this today. I hope it's been helpful. I'm going to leave you now with a link to my video on popular alternative careers for lawyers. You'll find that on the right side of your screen, and on the left, you'll be able to subscribe to my channel. Thanks again and see you soon.